Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Kirtan George and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 7:38 session of Medley Toastmasters Group. Before starting this meeting, I would like to mention three main ground rules which we follow at the Medley Toastmasters Group. Number one, put your mobile phones on silent mode or put them. Second, as Toastmasters, we do not talk about sex, politics, religion. So please refrain from talking about these topics. Third, please do not cross talk. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment in which the members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I would like to invite a person who is a product delivery manager at TCS, whose speeches reveal his reading habits. He puts his guests at ease with his affable manners. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Dinakaran.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you all doing?
Good.
Okay. So you register the Zoom. Yeah. So we have a bigger stage now. Okay. All right. So how are you all doing?
Good.
Are you ready for another executive meeting for Medley? The sound of this gavel, I declare the winner is Sunday. I'd like to start with recognizing the dignitaries being present here. DTM Thomas, thank you sir, thanks for being here. Past district PR manager and then the past president of Medley, DTM Thomas. Past Medley president, DTM Suhail sir. And our one and only Toastmaster Saran and our area director. Alright, so now we'll move on with these guest introduction. Yes, Ajit?
No.
Oh, you're no more. When did you pay your fees? Okay, sir, would you like to come and introduce yourself? Yeah, you can come here. You just need to introduce your name and then your background and your interest. You can come here. Thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, all. I am Sambarajan. I am retired from MTC Metro Transport Corporation, regional manager. I want to join. I want to learn something. I am informal.
Oh, okay.
Now, present RT quarters. My son is working.
Okay. So, how did you come to know about Medley Toastmasters Club?
I know through the
Social media.
yes.
So, what is the thing you are like? How is the interest to join the Toastmasters Club? What is your idea behind it? Like, how do you like to gain the Toastmasters?
I want to speak with the gentle speaking habits.
Okay.
Even though I am in Transport Corporation, I can't speak with the others because all are on management systems.
Okay.
And I want to know all about these things.
So, thank you so much for your interest. In Medley, like, we have people from all walks of life. It's a community club, so we have doctors and who are doctorates, retired officers, and then the PR, past PR, and then the different types of people from different walks of life. The young people like students from the college, IT professionals, etc. So it's a good platform where you can come and interact with people and then learn a lot of life stories and also improve communication and sentences. So please feel free to come join us and connect with all of us.
Okay.
Thanks for being here. Thank you. Okay, guest George. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine.
Did you see the first
Yeah.
drawings of that?
Right, actually, my school reopened.
Oh, okay.
So good evening, everyone. I am George. I am a teacher in Kendriya Vidyalaya, and I came here as a guest on a few occasions. But I want to be a member, but now the job constraints are not allowing me to do that because we work on Saturdays also, except second Saturday. That's the reason why I am here today. I love to be part of the Toastmasters Club. I know it is a very effective platform for developing communication skills and also to develop your oratory skills. So definitely it is going to boost our self-confidence and also our self-image. My son is here, and I'm sure he will benefit highly from this experience. So, thank you for giving this opportunity to be once again with you all. Thank you.
See, I forgot to do this actually. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Keith and George. Being a new member of Medley and then coming here and then paying this several times to thank you so much. Sir, would you like to come and introduce you? Thank you. Thanks again for being here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, this is Tamil. I'm an IT professional having more experience. And what we do in our work is like it's a scripting in terms of communication. Meaning we have PowerPoint presentation. We bulleted out all the points. And for the business, we are communicating with our clients and our co-workers, everybody effectively in terms of business perspective. But sometimes people are saying it's a scripting. We got even complaints from clients like whatever we are communicating is a script. It's not an interactive or dynamic, effective way of communication. So that is the point I want to improve myself in terms of like spontaneous or without preparation or without scripting. So that is a place where I want to come here. And while, as he said, like while coming here, I'm able to meet a lot of people with different professions. And yeah, it's nice to move here, and I can see like some specific curriculum to train the professionals in terms of speaking, like pathway and all. So it seems to be very interesting for me. So that's
Thanks. So when are you doing another, sir?
yeah, I have a few questions.
Okay.
I will check with the Venkatesh.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So I would like to request DTM Thomas sir to be here. So it's kind of a surprise and impromptu session. So today we have an installation ceremony. It's another important event for today. So as a part of our club and as part of all our members, we'd like to have few words from our incoming ESCOM members, and then also listen them all the best by some of our senior DTM Thomas and DTM Sampath. We would like to start with DTM Thomas. So I would like to request to talk about few words about Toastmaster Venkatesh, incoming president.
Venkatesh,
And I see him all the best.
seeing him is an inspiration. Properly dressed, other than the current area director, no one does that. First day I noticed his creativity when he did his Icebreaker. I've not seen such a screen ever. Creative, intelligent, purposeful, affable. I've never seen him getting angry. And I've had a lot of disagreements with him. Once he got his parents to come from Coimbatore, correct? So Madurai, so that he could keep the commitment of coming with me to this distant place for our YLP, 52 kilometers, 100 kilometers, we used to travel. So I'm so glad I could see his, not that I'm clever, I could see his leadership right from the beginning, and I've told him so. Nothing to do with me, credit to him. I'm so glad Venkat has come in as a president. It had to be so. So I look forward to a great year of variety, which is what Toastmasters lacks. And I'm sure we will all enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Let's have a round of applause. So it's about Vice President membership Toastmaster program.
Toastmaster Pravda. I don't have the privilege of being inspired by her side. No. Toastmaster Pravda is one of the doctors who joined us to improve the health of this club. And they've done that so well through their speeches, through their initiatives. I remember she took on the responsibility of clubs, contest master. She took it all the way. That's the way to grow. She is another person who is ready, and we have so many volunteers here. That's the beauty about Medley, and you can bank on her. You can rely on her. She's reliable, and she is unflappable. You know, I know there were situations where we had some little issues, but unflappable. She doesn't show it, and she is truly the doctor with the best bedside manners. You feel like trusting her. Another great asset to have.
Toastmaster Suhail, BPPR.
Toastmaster Suhail. That's the only for Suhail that red mark is, or for me?
It's okay.
Toastmaster Suhail to me is the gentle giant. Ever smiling, he underplays himself. And I've had interacted with him in his new role, and I'm so glad to see, poster by poster, he is improving. And Toastmasters think overall there's a feeling that visuals are, subservient to words. Nonsense. We are communicators, and I'm so glad he is doing it so well. All the best to you. And again, BPPR is only the beginning, I can assure you.
The last one, Toastmaster Anuradha, Secretary.
Toastmaster Anuradha, Secretary. What a privilege of the two. You didn't even give a chance to the founder, president, and you gave it to me. Toastmaster Anuradha exemplifies that Medley quality of stepping in when there is a need. That's why she always sits here. Have you noticed? She is the Asthana photographer. She is the secretary. Even when she was not the secretary, she was a secretary. I'm so glad we have people with this will and skill together in Medley. Again, for you, this is just the beginning. All the best to you.
Thank you very much. Let us TM Thomas will be here. So you got the privilege of wishing Toastmaster Dharan such a tops.
Toastmaster Dharan, where are you? I know him when he joined. In the beginning, we all thought about him as a fitness expert, fitness guru. Not just expert himself, he was a guru. But when we were having meetings in IIT Madras Research Park, I found him to be Mr. Reliable. Though it was not originally his job, he joined along with a couple of other members in organizing that hybrid meeting. It was a very tough thing. Organizing things as a hybrid meeting, some people in the room, some people on the Zoom. So they have to see us, we have to see them. It was a very tough thing. They tried to improve the voice quality, visual quality, everything. And of course, he is also a sergeant at arms. You must have seen him many times doing that job. He's quite precise in what he is doing as a sergeant. This is what I have observed. But I have seen some sergeants who become very eloquent, over eloquent, even to beat the president. But he knows. As a business-like job, he does very well. Next is
Prasanna Venkatesh.
Prasanna Venkatesh. Where are you? Actually, I don't know much about him. I have seen him a few times. And I think he is a young man, just finished some studies. I am going to interview him instead of introducing him. Please come here. I will know you better than others. Okay, you tell us what education you had.
So I studied triple electrical.
Which university college?
SRM Ishwar.
That's where my son also did. Same course, long back. Okay, very good. And you joined the job now?
Yeah.
Which company?
It's a
The lucky
startup.
one?
Yeah, it's a startup called Presiding.
Yeah, because these days are, coming days are for the startups. Huge number of startups are there. Nandan Nilekani says, even if 10% succeed, will be an explosion. So it's a good decision because you can take risk only at this stage, not at a later stage when you are burdened with family responsibilities, etc. What's your life ambition or goal?
I don't have so much long-term goal. My current goal is the job I do. I have to dedicate more and excel in that. That's my current goal. And of course, I have to grow my public skills.
Very good. Kaizen. Today I have forwarded something about the Japanese art of beating laziness. Second point is that is Kaizen. Improve little by little. Don't think of big jumps in the beginning. Well done, good luck to you as a man and as an economic.
Good afternoon,
Toastmaster Prasannavani. As you see now, Toastmaster Prasannavani is everywhere. I don't think anybody is here who doesn't know her. But she is involved in thick and thin of everything that's happening in Medley. So I will tell 2 points about her. One is the real fervor she has for learning. She asks people when she does a speech or something, she discusses, she even calls later on, asks opinions. So that is the hallmark of a true Toastmaster. The second great trait I observed in her is what we call in Toastmasters a very important aspect of leadership called servant leadership. She is there everywhere to help everybody in every aspect. This servant leadership will take her long to very heights. See, now she is VP, she is most likely to be the next president. Very well deserved it will be. And she can go even beyond that. And of course by profession, she is a doctor who can put you to sleep, right? But as a speaker, she wakes you up. That is where she is. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, DTM Thomas sir and DTM Sampath sir. So let's have a round of applause for becoming. Now it's time for me to welcome our area director, Professor Dharan, to start with the presentation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Medley.
Good afternoon.
And you have team lot picking.
Sorry?
Team lot picking.
So everything is a surprise, right? Already interviews are completed. Now I have to do the lot picking also. So let me do that installation at least now. Okay, fine. So how are you all doing?
Great.
Excellent. Today is a special day. I cannot forget that. Why?
Saturday.
First installation by you.
That's fine. 738. 738, that is the meeting number. That's an angel number. That means peaceful heart and mind. On this particular day, special day, I wish you everybody peaceful heart and mind. And along with that, let us do the installation also. So today, we will be having our current leaders who will be paving the way for the future leaders. And my duty is to ensure that the new leaders are installed. Can I ask the outgoing leaders or officers, please stand up as I call out their names. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Dharan. Treasurer, Toastmaster Pravda. I know she's not there, but I have to call her name. Secretary, Toastmaster Anuradha. Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Prasannavani. Vice President, Membership, Toastmaster Shiva. Vice President, Education, Toastmaster Venkateshan. And President, Toastmaster Dinakaran. Thank you. On behalf of Toastmasters International as well as District 120, I thank you all for your accomplishments. You are discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as officers of Medley Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Please sit down. New officers, when I call you, please come forward and stand over here. Starting from Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Dharan. Treasurer, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Secretary Toastmaster Anuradha. Vice President Public Relations Toastmaster Suhail. Vice President Membership Toastmaster Pradha. Vice President Education Toastmaster Prasannamani. President Toastmaster Venkatesha. Thank you. I am here to install the officers of Medley Toastmasters Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenge is to make sure this club is strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to listen with sensitivity, think creativity. Yeah, you have to stand in order. Okay, you can just come over here. You can stand over here. Okay. And speak in an effective manner. As I briefly describe the responsibilities of each officer, I ask him or her to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership. You have the gavel over there. Right. Now I would call Sergeant Arm Toastmaster Dharan. Can you please come? The duties of Sergeant Arms are to make sure that all supplies and materials are properly distributed or displayed at meetings, greet guests and members, and call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Please pass on the gavel to Treasurer Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. The duties of the treasurer are to collect dues from the members, send the dues and membership renewal reports to Toastmasters International, and pay the club's expenses. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Please pass on to Secretary Toastmaster Anuradha. The duties of the secretary are to keep an accurate record of the members, submit the officers' list to the Toastmasters International after the election, and keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, and minutes. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
VP Public Relations Toastmaster Suhail. The duties of the Vice President Public Relations are to promote the club to the local media, spread the word about membership programs, and attend Toastmasters events. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
We don't have the VP membership, but I would like to call their roles and responsibilities as well. VP membership Toastmaster Pravda, as the VP membership, her duties are to conduct ongoing membership building programs, explain the educational program to prospective members and ask them to join, and follow up on new members and absent members. I have spoken with her and already she responds as yes. VP Education, Toastmaster Prasannamani. The duties of the Vice President Education are to plan successful meetings, to help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmasters program as soon as they join, and monitor members' progress. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Thank you. President Toastmaster Venkatesha. Having been elected as the President of the club, you are the Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all club meetings and all regular and special meetings of the Executive Committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their education goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of the power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team and a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform the duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed in the offices to which they have been elected. This is to all the club as well as the guests. Will everyone please stand or raise your hands? Thank you. The growth and development of the Toastmasters program depends largely on the actions of this group. On your honor as men and women of Toastmasters, will you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it throughout the coming year?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. I wish Medley Toastmasters Club a very successful year, and I will turn over the control to Toastmaster Venkata section for this speech.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. At the outset, I would like to thank our Toastmaster Saravan, our area director, who has done the installation for our ExCom members today. A golden era has begun in our district 120. And at Medley, we are marching ahead to write another script, another story of a glorious and golden moment of our life, great experience of our life. And that, on behalf of my ExCom team, I would like to thank all the members of Medley Toastmasters Club who have elected as the ExCom for the current term, the incoming term, and who have entrusted on us to lead the Toastmasters Club of Medley. I also indeed feel more privileged and honored to preside this prestigious Toastmasters Club, which has its own rich legacy of creating leaders and winners in all forums. Considering the time I have, I would like to cut short my speech with one point that I would like to enforce or emphasize is that in every step what we are going to take, the ExCom on behalf of our Medley Club will be a more inclusive and more proactive approach in whatever the step we are going to take. A small step which will make a better tomorrow than the best today what we have. Either it be the proactive calendar for our meetings, or how we greet and host our guests in the meeting and how we conduct our meetings with time and engaging all the participants, or how we are going to make our club financially viable and sustainable, or last but not the least, how we are going to improve our snacks and how we are going to improve our network. We are also planning to introduce few new awards which will come up with a draft of it once it is ready, which will engage all the new members as well as it will recognize who is doing great at Medley. With this, I would request all the members with three important things. The first one is be regular to your meetings. At least 3 meetings in a month. The ROI, which we normally call as the return on investment, what you have put in Toastmasters, you can, I'm sure, you can reach or you can reap only if you attend the meetings regularly. I know very few Toastmasters in Medley who have prepared their individual development plan diligently. They have a plan for the next 6 months how I am going to perform in Medley. What are the roles I am going to take? Easy Speak is one platform which will help you to do that. So I request all the members to avail that platform and take roles proactively and grow yourself as a leader and a better speaker. The second one is we have a good presence in the social media. My request to all the members is we are present in Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook. Please visit those sites and make more comments and give your feedback there so that the outreach of Medley and the Toastmasters will reach a larger community. And the third one is, I usually tell my clients and my bosses, if you have anything good about me, go and tell outside world, like social media. If you have anything that I need to change, please let me know because I am the one who is going to change, not my boss. So if you have any suggestions, comments or areas of improvement, please reach out to any of our ExCom members. We would be happy to hear you and take new suggestions on our forte. With this, I would like to introduce the vision of our club for this term to enable each member of Medley to achieve his Toastmasters goals through empathy and collaboration and create better leaders for tomorrow. I would like to repeat the vision again, to enable each member of Medley Toastmaster to achieve his goal through empathy and collaboration and create better leaders for tomorrow. Fellow Toastmasters, please join us and let us make Medley merrier. Thank you. Now I would like to hand over the session to Toastmaster of the Day. The Toastmaster of the Day for today's meeting is Toastmaster Jagannathan Narayan Chakravarti. He doesn't need any specific introduction to most of our club members and some of the guests. However, I would like to give a small introduction. By a profession, he is an IT engineer, passionate doing coding. More than that, he is the best musician we have as of now. He is also the owner of our Medley anthem, or club anthem, and he is more passionate about speaking, public speaking. He is a good orator, I would say. I would like to introduce and invite Toastmaster Jagan to take over the meeting.
Somebody gave this to you. I don't know the theme, by the way. He doesn't know the theme because he cannot understand the handwriting. Is it yours?
Not of course, but I think it more or less mine. Looks like mine.
Before he mentions, the idea here is to have a surprise theme. Initially, we must have picked that lot, but the presiding officer said we could do it later, so it's much more challenge to me. I don't know what grudge he has against me, but the theme was picked up and then given to me.
Okay. So, I would rephrase this sentence: a leader in the VUCA world. There as a leader in the VUCA world. Okay, so a leadership in the VUCA world you can consider, because I was the one who has given this theme. I don't know what I time there, so the expectation is leadership in the VUCA world. All the best.
So he is 5 minutes late because 15:23, that is the agenda, but we are 5 minutes late to hand it over to me as the Toastmaster of the day. That is VUCA world. Nothing goes as planned. Now VUCA, I don't know what it means, but I hear my CEO go on and talk about this VUCA. I think volatility, that's V. What is U? Uncertainty. C, anybody else? C? Complex, yes.
You would know because you are the one who put me into this.
A? Ambiguity. So volatility, uncertainty, complex, ambiguity. I had a choice today. The choice was, as soon as the presiding officer left the stage by not picking the lot, which should have been there, he should have picked the lot and given it to me. By the time the installation was over, I would have been prepared. The VP had just gave another topic. He said, keep this. By the time installation was not started, it said just mine. That was the theme. I had a choice. I wrote it down and said, let's choose the theme then and there. Why? Why do you want to put yourself at risk? Because outside, there is already risk. Why can't we prepare here? Why can't we put ourselves in this position where we can fail? Fine. But at the same time, you can, when it happens in the real world, you can be better prepared because you have lessons from your previous failure. So we'll go on and understand how I prepare myself for the VUCA world. I'm not a saint to say how you can prepare yourself for the VUCA world. As a leader, the first rule that I give myself is to have constancy before you have variety. Now, only when you have constancy in life can there be change. And when the change comes unprepared, when the change comes uninvited, your constancy will help you to get through that change. And that is what is helping me right now. Because the books that I've read, the speeches that I've given, the failures that I've had, especially on this stage, the table topics that I've flunked so much, who people are so embarrassed about myself, oh, did I give that speech? How did I write this? The first blog that I ever wrote, if I go back in time and see what I've written, did I write this? But time and again, I made that failure. I had this constancy in me that helped me prepare for a change. So that's how I prepare myself as step number 1 to tide over this VUCA world. We'll come back to the theme. Before that, I want to explain to the guests as well as the newer Toastmasters what is a Toastmasters meeting. Toastmasters meeting has 3 sections. The installation happens once in 6 months. That's not a regular aspect of a meeting. The structure of a Toastmasters meeting, the first number 1 is we have prepared speeches. We have 3 members from this club who have prepared their speeches, one of them starting their journey in Toastmasters. The second section is the table topic session, where we have a table topic master who will come on stage, ask people to volunteer or call them by name, give them a topic. We have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And after that, we'll have the general evaluation section, where a general evaluator who will evaluate the entire meeting along with the speeches. So this is the structure of any Toastmasters meeting. The additions are the installation and other special events that we would have. To evaluate this meeting, I mentioned about the general evaluator. The general evaluator today, I had an argument with him last night as to what is the role of general evaluator. He is one of my mentees, and I asked him, Jagan, this is what I'm going to do. I want to make Medley better. So he has that vision in his mind, and he's an IIT PhD scholar from IIT Madras. His icebreaker speech is called the 3 lessons. It starts with evaluation. Icebreaker is the first speech that we give in Toastmasters. It starts with evaluation about his lessons. He's from Indore, he's a kabaddi player, and he has a brother who is passionate about civil services. Let us welcome Toastmaster Hemant. Hemant, please explain the roles and responsibilities of the G.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say, every Toastmasters club envied our Medley club. You know why? I will ask this answer in my latest evaluation. First of all, what is the purpose of general evaluator? The purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. I will take note of everything that happens and does not happen. At the end, I will report. And now I will call my tech players. First of all, timer, Kaushalya. Please explain the role of timer.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I am the timer. As timer, I will time the TT speeches, prepared formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they are left with using the green, yellow, and red cards. So sorry. So I will just alert you guys with these 3 cards. For the icebreaker speech, the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. At the start of the 4th minute, I will show the green card, and at the 5th minute, I will show the yellow card, and at 6th minute, I will show the red card, and I will continue to show the red card for 30 more seconds. And for the other prepared speeches, it should be between 5 to 7 minutes. At the 5th minute, I will show the green card, and at the 6th minute, I will show the yellow, and at the 7th minute, I will show the red card, and 30 seconds grace period, I will continue to show the red card. Evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will show the red card. And at the end of the speees, I will give my report when called upon. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I will call our counter, Dharan, Toastmaster Dharan.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R-counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filter by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I listen for overused words like including and, well, but, so, and you know. I'll also listen for filler sounds including I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Next I will call Prasanna Venkatesh as Grammarian today.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers listening to their language usage. I'll make note of any misuse of English language as well as the good usage of the words, phrases and quotes. As a grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is, it's got stick into my head. The word of the day is extol, which means to praise someone or something to a greater extent. Extol, which means to praise someone or something to a greater extent. For example, she was extolled as genius. We Toastmasters keep extolling the virtues of public speaking skills. I encourage all the speakers to use the word of the day at least once in their speech. I will give my report when called by the general evaluator at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is my tag role players. Now I hand over this stage to TMoD.
Thank you, G. I don't want to go into the VUCA world now because we have 3 prepared speeches lined up and we'll finish that off. I'll have 1 minute of session for the audience to bring in their responses and then we'll end it later on. Let us go into the prepared speech section. The prepared speeches, we have 3 of them as I mentioned. We'll start off with an icebreaker speech given by Toastmaster Kalyani. She is giving her speech from Dynamic Leadership Pathway, Level 1, Project 1, Icebreaker. Before introducing her, I'd like to invite her evaluator, Toastmaster Anuradha, to share the speech objectives.
Good evening, Medley family members and guests. Toastmaster Kalyani, she is giving her speech in Dynamic Leadership, Level 1, that is Pathway, Level 1 and Project 1, Icebreaker speech. The purpose of her speech is for her to introduce herself to the club and to learn the basic structure of her speech. All the best, Toastmaster Kalyani.
Thank you. Thank you, Anuradha. Toastmaster Kalyani recently joined our club. I had not seen her much as a guest or as a table topic speaker, but once I saw her, I went back to the video recording to understand what she is saying. So she has experience with Toastmaster before at our organization once. There was a topic which was given to you by your boss, and she is here to improve her communication, the public speaking that you could not do at your workplace. So last time I introduced her because she was an R-counter and I was the general evaluator. But this time I will let her introduce herself to the audience because it's an icebreaker speech. Let us all welcome Toastmaster Kalyani. Title of the speech is Unedited Feelings. Unedited Feelings. Toastmaster Kalyani.
A fish is thrown out of water into land. How will it feel? This is what happened to me when I was moved to an English medium. I was petrified as how I was going to cook. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I am Kalyani. Today, I am going to give my icebreaker speech, Unedited Feelings. I was born and lived in Chennai for most of the years, except for a short time at Tiruvayar. I am blessed with a beautiful family, my husband, my son. My father used to get angry very easily, and my mother will come and cool me as cool as a cold shower. And and soothing. I was always inspired by her patience. Was I not talking about the fish that was thrown at water? I clearly remember my first day at the high school. My physics teacher chose me and asked a few questions, not in Tamil, but in English, that were Greek and Latin to me. I could not answer her. She gave me a strong pinch. Even now I can feel that. But that pinch made me to study hard, and I had scored 180 out of 200 in physics. Let's leave and go outdoors. Is there any volleyball player or a throwball player? Good. I was a throwball player, but thrown into a volleyball match by my PT teacher. During one of my inter-school volleyball competition, she had given my name. I had pleaded her to remove my name, but she did not. Her confidence was not misplaced. Her selection was not wrong. The surprise was, on that day, we won the match by my timely punch. I was literally floating there. One day, there were 4 butterflies seen at the aviator. But they were inside bellies of myself and my friends when the Titanic sank. My parents had never allowed me to a movie, so I had gone on my own. It was really an unforgettable day for me. Though I had enjoyed my college days, I had topped up as a university first rank. Once we had a trip to Ooty with my college friends. We had planned for 3 days and we had booked a resort for 15 of us. From Chennai, we went to Mettupalayam by train. Then from there, we took a van to the resort. In contrast to the hot climate at Chennai, Ooty was really chill and pleasant. We were really enjoying the weather. Boating was really fun. The natural sceneries were really the center of attraction. Suddenly, an alarm rang, and I got up from my bed to know that these were really my dreams. Do you know what? I could not make up the journey due to severe fever on the day of departure. Though I had been to Ooty later, I can never forget the one that I had missed with my friends. During my holidays, I used to read books and listen to music. Once, I tried a frock for my neighbor's daughter. I had taken the measurement of the elder daughter, but when I finished, it got fit for the youngest daughter. This turned out to be my perfect imperfections. One of my goals is to break my hesitation in speaking and become an effective communicator. I hope my memories would have waken up some of your school or college memories. Have a great day. Handing over to you.
Aren't we all fishes out of water? That's the VUCA world. She has lived it. She is sharing her experience of going through that VUCA world herself. The next speech is by Toastmaster Sissy, who is also a newer member. She is delivering her level 1 project 2 from the pathway Motivational Strategies. The project is writing a speech with a purpose. Before introducing her, I'd like to invite DTM Sampath to highlight her objectives.
We have all heard the saying, some people speak because they have to say something. Some people speak because they have something to say. That is the purpose of the speech. You got a good message, you build a speech around it and deliver it. It's a very fundamental aspect of speech making. This project embodies that. The purpose given here is The purpose of the project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech and define purpose and to present a well-organized speech. Sorry, can I be Oka speech? A well-organized speech on that topic. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck to the speaker and great listening to all of us.
Thank you, DTM Sampath. To introduce Toastmaster Sissy, she embraces every moment. That was the title of her previous Icebreaker speech. She is from Kochi. She is the youngest in her family. Very kind of your sister to say you are an intruder. My sister says I'm an accident. So my mother even goes with another extent. Very kind of her sister. She has studied MBA HR. She has an advanced diploma in software engineering. Let us all welcome Toastmaster Sissy. Toastmaster Sissy. Key to a healthier you. Key to a healthier you. Toastmaster Sissy.
You have only one mind and one body for the rest of your life. We can't just trade it in for an upgraded model if we do with our smartphones. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Get ready to embark on a journey that will have you on your way to a better health. I'm here to introduce you to a little something called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that has been around for centuries and has gained quite the buzz lately. It's like a magic trick for your body, where you cycle between the periods of fasting and eating without worrying about what's on your plate. In a world where our food options are as plentiful as a buffet on a cruise ship, and our schedules are busier than a squirrel gathering nuts for meat, it's easy to get caught up in unhealthy habits. But fear not, because intermittent fasting is here to save the day. It's like a superhero that helps you shed those extra pounds and kick your unhealthy habits to the curb. How does it work? Well, instead of counting calories or depriving yourself from your favorite treat, you simply restrict your eating window. It's like giving your digestive system a little break, a siesta, if you will. And trust me, your body will thank you for it. The benefits of intermittent fasting are as plentiful as a plate of nachos at a sports bar. It's a fantastic weight management tool. By tapping into those stubborn fat reserves, you can bid farewell to your love handles and say hello to your slimmer and more fabulous you. It's like having your own personal trainer without a hefty price tag. Intermittent fasting also improves metabolic health, reduces inflammation, and lowers the risk of chronic diseases. It's like a secret weapon against those health villains that try to bring you down. Let's not forget the mental benefits. When your body isn't constantly processing food, your energy levels stabilize and your brain gets a boost. It's like upgrading your brain's RAM by giving you increased mental clarity and focus. Here is the best part. Intermittent fasting has been linked to longevity. By giving your body a chance to enter into a state of cellular repair, you can potentially slow down your aging process. It's like finding a fountain of youth, except it's not filled with water, it's filled with intermittent fasting wisdom. How to incorporate intermittent fasting into our daily life? I can give you a real-time example. My family, which includes me, my husband and our daughter, began the journey of intermittent fasting back in Jan of 2022. In the beginning, we started with an early dinner regime. Further, as we began to witness certain positive changes within ourselves, 8 method, where we fast for 16 hours and eat during 8 hours window. As we became comfortable with this lifestyle, we turned into yogis. That is, we began to eat one big meal a day, consisted of all the essential vital nutrients, creating a sense of balance and harmony in our inner self. I must say, we have witnessed a massive difference after following this routine. We personally experienced less lethargy and more energy compared to people having an intake of 4 meals a day. Before you dive headfirst into this fasting frenzy, I must warn you that it's not for everyone. Pregnant or breastfeeding ladies, those with certain comorbidities, someone having a history of eating disorder should approach intermittent fasting with caution. In conclusion, my fellow food enthusiasts, intermittent fasting is a game changer. It's like having a cheat code for a healthier and happier life. Remember, life is too short to stress about every calorie. Instead, let's laugh, fast, and savor the joy of healthier and more balanced relationship with food. Thank you.
So the last time Sissy delivered the speech, I was sitting just straight. She didn't laugh as much. This time I was sitting here, she laughed as much. She was smiling, she was bumbling on stage. She must have made a calculated risk. He's here, I'm not going to look at him this time. But that's what we do in the VUCA world. Until we are ready to take a risk, we don't take it. We'll come back to that. The third speech of the day is given by Toastmaster Pearl from the Pathway Dynamic Leadership. It is a Project 1, Level 1, Project 2, the same speech with purpose. Before introducing Pearl, I'd like to ask DTM Thomas to evaluate. That is what is given in the agenda. DTM Thomas to share the objectives of this speech.
Sure. No, I was told to evaluate before the speech was made.
One word.
VUCA.
I made a mistake with one word.
Friends, since the objectives are the same, allow me to instead talk about 2 specifics which both of us know. One, it says, the manual, that make the topic narrow. Second, it says, the speaker should ideally have a statement as to what is the essence of what the person has to give. It's for both of us to worry about. We will guess an answer. So I'm not repeating it with your permission.
The third speaker has an identity crisis. No, that was an icebreaker title. So, why did she join Toastmaster? Discover purpose, unlock her potential, sow seeds of wisdom that benefit others, shape herself as a human. Tall order. But I'm sure, if not her, who can? So she's a poet. Sir, I believe you have, DTM Thomas has a competition here because she has scored 98 out of 100 in English in her 10th, 99 out of 100 in English in her 12th, and she has gone to spelling bee competitions and all.
No competition. She wins.
Let us invite Toastmaster Pearl. How to receive joy. How to receive joy, Toastmaster.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Gratitude. Oh, gratitude. What a wondrous thing it is. It's like a superpower that can turn frowns into smiles, rainy days into rainbows, and a burnt toast into, well, slightly less burnt toast. But hey, we've got to be grateful for small victories, right? Now let's take a moment and appreciate those simple pleasures in life. Like that first sip of coffee in the morning. Ah, that warm embrace of caffeine that says, hey buddy, I got your back. We owe a debt of gratitude to the genius who discovered this magical accelerator. For without it, mornings would be as joyless as a Monday without potluck lunch at the office. And let's not forget about technology. Oh, how it's transformed our lives and given I mean, just think about it. A few decades back, we had to rely on rotary phones and snail mail. Can you imagine trying to explain a meme through Telegram? Totally unthinkable, right? So let's give a big shout out to smartphones, high-speed internet, and autocorrect for making our communication both hilarious and convenient. But it's not just the big things that deserve our gratitude. It's the small, everyday moments that make life worthwhile. Like when you finally find a parking spot right in front of the grocery store and you feel like you won the lottery. Or you're singing your heart out in the shower and suddenly hit that high note you have been practicing for weeks. It's these small achievements that make us appreciate the beauty of life. Now let's talk about our loved ones. Those quirky characters who fill our lives with laughter and love. My parents taught me the essence of gratitude by emphasizing empathy and perspective. They encouraged me to look into my own opportunities and privileges while understanding that others might be less fortunate. In times of my anxiety and depression, they helped me shift my focus from my own struggles by encouraging me to look down into people facing greater challenges. By fostering a sense of gratitude and compassion, they instilled in me the understanding that helping others and understanding what you have will bring a sense of perspective, contentment, and resilience during difficult times. Now let's not forget about our friends, those delightful characters who have witnessed our embarrassing moments and still choose to hang out with us. They deserve a standing ovation for being the spice in our lives and the ones who remind us that life is better when we are together, even if we are just laughing at our own inside jokes. But let's not stop here. Let's take gratitude to the next level and also be grateful for the not so great moments. Yes, you all heard it right. Those moments when life throws you curveballs and you feel like you're just starring in your own sitcom. Because honestly, it is those moments that make for the best stories. It becomes the anecdotes that we share with our friends and the events that bring tears of laughter in our eyes at family gatherings. So let's raise a toast to the absurdity of life and embrace all those hilarious misadventures that make us who we are today. Let's appreciate the simple pleasures, the technological wonders, our loved ones, the small victories, and also the not so great moments that make us who we are. In conclusion, my fellow Toastmasters, let's cultivate an attitude of gratitude and spread laughter and joy wherever we go. You must remember that gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's about appreciating and finding humor in every slice of life. Even when life is serving you a slightly burnt toast. May our days be filled with laughter and our hearts overflowing with gratitude. Let's also remember that even in the midst of life's challenges, there's something to be grateful for. And I once remember Oprah Winfrey saying, if you look at what you have in life, you'll always think that you have more. But if you look at what you don't have in life, you'll never have enough. And I certainly feel that is true. Don't you all agree with it?
I wish I was kind enough this morning when I made my own breakfast. I wish I was compassionate enough on myself, not too hard. You have picked up yourself, went to the stove, made something for yourself. Moving on, we'll move on to the table topics section. Before that,
I'd like to request a timer to mention the qualified prepared speakers' names.
All three are qualified. TM Kalyani, TM Sisi and TM.
Thank you. Sergeant at Arms, how are we voting?
Yeah, I'm sending the link.
Okay. For the guests?
Guest will be using the QR.
Yeah. Let's take 1 minute because voting is a bit tricky. Let's take 1 minute to vote for the best prepared speaker. So we heard 3 speeches: Toastmaster Kalyani, Toastmaster Sisi, and Toastmaster Pearl. Do we have the QR code, Sergeant Jones? We have a couple of guests.
I'll give my phone.
Okay. Or else you could note it down at the end when it comes. Maybe you can add. Okay, we'll move on to the next section of a Toastmasters meeting, which is the table topics section. For this, we have a table topic master who will iterate the rules of table topics and give you some instructions here and there about the timings as well. To conduct the table topic session, we have someone who is single from birth. He's married, but he's still single from birth. That was his title of the Icebreaker because he's a single child from birth. And he elaborated in his first speech about his life as a single from birth. He works as an assistant manager in Ernst & Young. He loves watching TV. He loves reading books. Toastmaster Suhail. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Table topic session is part of Toastmasters meeting, which speaker have to speak for the topic given by the table topic master. So being a table topic master today, I will be randomly calling both members as well as guests to speak for the topic which I am going to give for a minimum of 1 minute, maximum of 2 minutes, and 30 seconds grace time as well. To start with the meeting, for the first topic I would like to call guest Jay Sriya. Your role model. Your role model, Sri Jagan.
Good evening, good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. My role model. My role model is MS Dhoni because of his patience and being not so expressive in very tough situations where he decides in a very cool manner and ignores negativity around him, and which is a more important and very, very relative to the common life that we live in our society. Generally, we should not take any negative comments or the negative thoughts to embrace, to keep in your mind, or you should be very positive and encourage yourself, if not by others, and we have to move in a positive way. In positive way of approach, we can gain success in a huge extent or in a huge extent, and which may make our own encourage ourselves. We can encourage ourselves and move to a positive note and lead a successful life, and we can deceive the glory that we attain in your life. I said MS Dhoni as my role model because he doesn't think about anything which is circulating around him. He keeps his emotions within him, and he don't express much, and he's very humorous as much, and he won't express any emotions. Thank you.
For the next topic, I would like to call Toastmaster Venkatesh. Yes. Vacation with family or friends? Vacation with family or friends?
Vacation with friends. 2 years back, after COVID, the company sponsored for all the team leaders to go to Mona. We planned, we took Toyota more than 10 persons with, of course, music, the recorded songs, and we enjoyed a lot. From here to Mona, with family, it is not visible. I will go with my family, with my son, only for 2 days or 3 days, because there is a compulsion will be there. I will say one place, they will say one place, my wife will say one thing, the contradiction will be there always. There is no enjoyment, to be honest. That's why we used to go with our colleagues and friends, and we enjoyed a lot. There is a mount climb also is there, and we saw the rising sun early morning, 6 o'clock near Mona, and a lot of very good experiences. All of them has come without family. That's why they used to talk about their experience, own personal experience. We took it as a comical way, what are all the problems they are facing and all. But in the end, 3 days we enjoyed that. We have come to the conclusions. One of my colleagues used to asking that, what is the problem you used to face? Like, he's a doctor. And we used to explain openly. And he will say that, he said that he is a boss. Life is a win-win situation between husband and wife. Always. Either you should win or she should win. Or your son may win in some other problem. Don't take it seriously, forget about it and take your life, enjoy it. Thank you.
Toastmaster Saji. Toastmaster Saji, topic for you. Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens, Toastmaster Saji?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I do not believe in aliens. I do not believe in any of the mythology. People call me as my wife will call me as an atheist also. But no, it's a controversial subject. So it's because what I believe, if anything is logical to the human mind, that's what we have to believe. So we have seen a lot of videos and all. There will be some video, who is showing some ghost hunting, and there, my son, he will believe, Appa, that guy is going to go into that house, ghost is there. So people are believing that also. But for me, I would say, I will believe whatever logical to me, which make a sense, and as in my opinion, there is no alien in the world. Yeah. Thank you.
For the next topic, guest Vishnu Ravi. Let's go to guest Soundararajan.
Next meeting.
Toastmaster Kalyani.
Try.
Next meeting. Just
It's okay, try. It's a very good opportunity.
can try, sir.
You can try, sir. Please come. Try. Something.
Fine, okay.
It's okay.
For the next, Toastmaster Kalyani. Toastmaster Vijay Ravi. Toastmaster Vijay Ravi. How do you see life? How do you see life?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Life is not to be seen. Life is to be lived. Life is to be enjoyed. This is the basic problem we have in our life. We see life. We analyze it. we research it, we overthink about life. But the reality is, life is very short than what we can imagine. And each and every moment of life has to be lived and thoroughly enjoyed. It comes only once. We are not going to live twice. So let's forgive everything, whatever that is around us. Let us forgive our relations, the people who live with, our neighbors, anything and everything. Forgiving is a key to have a peaceful life and to enjoy the life. There is a beauty in each and everything. As somebody said, gratitude. The ultimate, we are blessed with lot of things, and we always think about things which we don't have. We have to think about things, what we have, what are we blessed with. So when we think about the blessedness, what we have, the blessings we receive, we'll be grateful, and that will lead us to a very happy life. Over to you, TM Dharan.
For the next topic, I would like to call guest Tamil. Tamil. Topic for you is one trait which you like about yourself. One trait which you like about yourself. One character which you like about yourself.
Actually, we like the comedy characters in a movie or in office. Personally, people who are making humor will be around the humor people, and then only we can enjoy. Nowadays, it is starting from your WhatsApp messages. Every moment you are enjoying what is given in the meme. Basically, it's around the comedy stuffs. So, if you say meme, then I like the character very well. So that's the character I like very much. Not only me, through Tamil Nadu, the whole most of the people they like Vadivel very much, and the way he expresses, the way he delivers a dialogue, the sense of timing, everything is beautiful. The way he is giving the content to us, he is giving the content while he was acting, he was not acting, and still he is giving the content for decades. So that's how he is still living with us in terms of his contribution in comedy art. Thank you.
I don't know your name. Yes, Pratham. Very easy topic. Your favorite sport. Your favorite sport. My favorite sports is cricket. Before I go into this topic, good afternoon to all. I don't know this class names. I'm coming for the first time here. I am coming my sir, Mr. Murali sir. My favorite sports is cricket. Why I am saying this? Because we people are a group of people. We would play that sports will give a team spirit to us. Because why I am saying this? We use the one common enemy, because opponent team. We give a full effort and decision making. I hope I'm saying I'm not good in English because
that's okay. So you can try. on that only I came here and to improve my knowledge also. So speaking in front of crowd and public, I'm very scared and thank you.
Guest George. School life or college life? Which is best? School life or college life? Which is best?
I am caught in the horns of a dilemma now. Good evening to all. I am teaching in the school, and of course I enjoyed my college days as well. But I feel school life is better, because that is the time when your mind is free, when the responsibilities are less, and the burden of expectation is very minimum. As you grow up, the responsibilities increase, the expectations go higher, and of course we face more tension, we face more stress. But children, they enjoy relatively a freer atmosphere. And of course, it is the time when you get a lot of attention. Children are given the love, the care, and they can grow in the way they want. So definitely, I would prefer school life rather than a college life. Thank you.
Guest President election. So the topic for you is your favorite teacher. Your favorite teacher. Good evening, one and all present here. I'm Present Lakshmi. This is my new environment. I feel scared. It's okay, but the aura you're spreading is more encouraging. My favorite teacher is Miss Mridupashini. In my school days, she is the one I recognize. I love her. Then she is the one started to speak with me. I feel very grateful to her. Thank you. Any volunteers? Toastmaster festival. Friendship plays a major role in life. Friendship plays a major role in life.
Thank you, Toastmaster. When I was in first standard, I saw the boys next door playing, climbing on a wall and playing. And my ego took a hit. I should also try doing that. I was a very thin built, 11 kg I guess, 11 or 13 kg when I was 6 years old. So I was climbing on that wall and playing, and there was a big Goa tree nearby. And there was a wind, and the Goa tree's branches swayed to the wind, and I fell down and broke my hand. And I felt terribly bad. I felt very sad to scared to go back home because my mom and dad are going to be very angry with me for that. So I stayed in my friend's house. It became late night around 9 o'clock, and then my parents came and asked why is she not back home yet. And my friend's mom said, no, she's broken her hand and she's scared to come. So then they had to take me to the hospital and get my hand, put my hand in the cast. And for 1 month I was with the cast. And it was a friend of mine at that age of 6. A friend showed such exemplary benevolence in helping me go to school. She carried my school bag for me. She helped me take the notes in school. And I can't believe that 6-year-old somebody could be so involved and interested in a friend's welfare. I remember her name is Punita. So whenever any thoughts of friend come, it is her memory which comes to my mind. So friendship is a very selfless act. It is something that stays many years later also. Let us all be friends to each other and help each other. Over to you.
The next topic I would like to call Toastmaster Dharan. Toastmaster Dharan, your favorite destination. Your favorite destination, Toastmaster Dharan.
For Toastmasters and guests, good afternoon. My favorite destination, of course, Bangkok. So basically, everybody sees Bangkok in a different way, but for us in the fitness community, every year in Bangkok, Asia Fitness Conference happens. And after marriage, it's very difficult to get a permission from my wife to go to Bangkok. And apart from that, before marriage, every year we go to Bangkok and then we network. During that network only, we start to understand total different perception in fitness, total different idea in fitness, total different view. Because in India, fitness is totally different, but when you go to abroad, they take fitness in totally different perspective and they play a very big game. So Bangkok played a major difference in my life, and every year I want to go to Bangkok, want to chill out, learn better, and I want to come back with a lot of wisdom, a lot of great ideas in my fitness journey, and that's why I love to go to Bangkok every year. Okay.
Thank you all. Appreciate all the speakers for their wonderful speeches. Thank you.
We are 2 minutes early, which is a good thing. We'll move on to the general evaluation section, but before that I want to open the theme and ask each one of you, if at all you have something about the VUCA word. It's a very fancy word to use. How it is volatile, how the world outside is complex, is uncertain, and at the same time ambiguous. Does anybody have something to add on? Especially those who are higher up in the ladder. It's a term for those higher up in the ladder, corporate ladder. Not for me, of course.
See, basically you always motivate yourself.
Okay.
And motivate the team, entire team, stating that this is the darkness where we have to see in a positive way because the glory is on the other side.
So because Dharan is an entrepreneur, he is able to relate it to it much better by saying that we'll have to keep on motivating and see the glory on the other side. That's a catchword. There is glory on the other side, which is the light at the end of the tunnel. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
So the important point is the ambiguous. When you, whether you are up the ladder or down the ladder, you face this ambiguity always. But there is a way to come out of that. So the way here is, whatever you know of, just be confident and that's your strength. And whatever you don't know of, but you have to know about that you don't know. And that is where you have to develop your skills. That is where you have to have your coach or mentor and ensure that you take care of that. Once you take care of what you don't know, everything will fall into place.
Thank you, Saravanan. Saravanan is a 3-piece suit, so the words also come that way. So as Saravanan says, yes, I'll come. As Saravanan says, to be confident and to know what we don't know. So 3 points we have already had. Glory at the other side. To be confident, to know what we don't know. DTM Sampath.
VUCA is not a bad word. There is beauty in it. Why do we always want to know everything for certain? Everything as per our plan, everything as per whatever we want to achieve. Let there be uncertainty, let there be ambiguity, instability, complexness. That is the world we are in. Why should we shy away from this? Always aim for an utopian solution, ultimately. If we start living in that, there is nothing like it, there is more beauty in this. If you see nature, it's full of asymmetry, not so much of symmetry. VUCA is a good word.
So So DTM Sampath is beyond the CEO on the corporate land. So his life comes first, more than business. And that is something that we have to, that's what spirituality does, is that it helps us get through change. That's the fourth point that we have had. We'll come back. I have about 4 other points from the speeches that we had today. I want to share them at the end of the meeting. Before that, we'll go into the general evaluation section. We also had the table topic section. Timer, could you mention the list of qualified table topic speakers?
TM Shrikant.
Sorry, could you be a bit louder?
Yeah. TM Shrikant, TM Venkateshan, TM Sajit, TM Vijayaraghavan, TM Tamilvendan, and guest George, guest TM Prasannavani, TM Dharan.
Thank you. Could you read this again? I'm sorry.
Yeah. TM Shrikant, TM Venkateshan, TM Sajit, TM Vijayaraghavan, TM Tamilvendan, guest George, TM Prasannavani, TM Dharan.
Thank you. I want to get this once and for all. Sajeev, Vijay Rangan, or Vijay Rajan. Vijay Rajan. Okay, it is on record so that nobody will make this mistake ever again. We'll move on to the general evaluation for
The first speaker name was
Let's take a minute to vote. Those who do not have the link, please note down who do you want to vote. At the end, you could vote. You will share your chit to the sergeant at arms. We'll move on to the general evaluation section. For that, let me invite Toastmaster Hemant back on stage.
Thank you, TMoD again. Now we are at general evaluation. For first speech evaluation, I am calling Toastmaster Anuradha. She is photographer for Medley, and I welcome her for giving first speech evaluation.
Thank you, Billy. Good evening once again, Medley family members and guests. Let us give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Kalyani for breaking the ice. It was like hearing a Ulichitram in the radio, starting from Tiruvayar to Chennai. In between, she took us to Ooty also, like going to hill station in summer vacation. And she was very confident while opening this speech, addressing all of us. She maintained a good eye contact and body language throughout the speech. Her voice modulation was appropriate with the message she tried to convey with awesome. Still, she remembers the pinch of her teacher. By that sound, we are able to realize that. Then, while explaining her experience about stitching a frock to her neighbor's elder daughter, after stitching, it fit only to the younger daughter. While explaining that, she mentioned the quote, imperfections, that is perfect imperfections. Do you remember what it is? It was our theme few weeks before. It indicates her involvement in Toastmasters. And as her PT teacher believed that she will do in her sports, I also believe that she will do well in her future speeches in Toastmasters with a score not 180, 200 out of 200. I have only one recommendation for her. In my opinion, I felt that she was restricting herself in one place. So it would be nice if she would have used the stage well. That is only one recommendation I feel. But overall, it was an extolling icebreaker speech. She has broken the ice confidently and smoothly. Congrats once again to Toastmaster Kalyani for the icebreaker speech. All the best for your future speech.
Thank you. Next, I am calling Toastmaster DTM Sampath Rajan. He is first IITian of our Medley.
dear General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, specifically Toastmasters, this is Sebastian. This poses a quiz for the evaluator. We have to write the purpose, specific purpose and the general purpose. And the speaker has made it very easy for me. Thank you. The general purpose is, as I determined, it is persuasion. And this is a larger picture. And the specific purpose is to emphasize intermittent fasting as a tool to achieve good health. Very specific purpose. Now, the purpose statement has been very well addressed to by the speaker. So let us give a good round of applause for having done a good speech on this topic. See, the opening and conclusion. Opening was a very fervent plea, and conclusion was rather abrupt. As we go along, you can improve on that. There is no problem about that. But what I really liked about your speech is the continuing fervor, or the seriousness, and good language and easy flow, and unswerving adherence to the message. You are always right on the focus. And the narrowness of the topic. This is also specified in the evaluators, this one. So the topic should be quite narrow so that you can do a good job. Actually, it helps you to have a narrow topic. You have identified the issues for this, like we all are supposed to be gastronomic and the food varieties available, fast food, blah, blah, blah. And you have also given the advantage, mainly the longevity of persons. And you have described the process. I appreciate you have done a good job, well-rounded job of the topic. But I feel the transition would have been a little better and you could have enumerated the advantages in a better way. Lots of logic was there, you were very convincing, so that your persuasive effort is actually very successful. I got a few points, of course, because this is the start of your Toastmaster journey. You have got a long way to go. You can work on many things later on also. I can personally discuss with you too. But I would like to say here, for a good speech, you have to have a good impact in the opening and conclusion. In future, every time you try to do this, so that when you go have an impactful opening, you get the audience to listen to you. When you have an impactful conclusion, you don't let the audience to forget you. This is the real essence of this. So I want you to concentrate on that and other things you can learn as you go along. Good luck to you in future. Back to the general.
Next I am calling my mentor's mentor, DTM Thomas sir. I extol him for a lot of things. Please come, sir. Stage is yours. Thank you.
That was a sparkling ode to gratitude by Toastmaster Pearl. Congrats. Be grateful for this wonderful world. Welcome joy as a constant companion. That is my guesswork of your statement. Am I right? Thank you, I am honored. You did that. You meet that objective 100%. Kudos to you for that. 5 things I noticed. 1, like Doctor said, you were persuasive. Why and how? You talked about a million things in life. The parking lot that appears suddenly, relatives who make you laugh, parents. I mean, the entire tapestry of life was presented so beautifully. So I was persuaded. Not to forget mobile and email. Emotion. It was like taking off on a cloudy day on a 2-seater plane, and you come across clouds and clouds. I counted some 15 layers of it. Fragrant, colorful, but I couldn't grasp it. That's an evaluator's problem. So emotion was very strong. 3rd, you were authentic. That high notes you reached in the bathroom, that was truly you. And I felt the morning coffee talking to you. I loved it. 4th, R for rationale. It was like the mutual fund advertisement where Sachin Tendulkar and MS Dhoni is there at the end. Say hai. Every time she argues out something, I say, say hai. You know, it's true. And lastly, language. Contrast, pairings, humor like burst, toast. You know, the poetic sensibilities were throughout, you know, you engulfed me in that. Like I said, those fragrant clouds. And it was very much like, you know, a state of floating. We didn't know what was happening, but we felt it nice. The feeling was nice. So in all, what happened at the end is, the evaluator doesn't know what happened. The evaluator felt nice, but he cannot say like, you know, structurally this happened, that happened. But I felt nice and I was persuaded. By the way, there's 5 things that I said if I put together. Persuasive, that's P. Emotion, that's E. Authentic, that's A. Rational, that is R. Language, that is Pearl. Pearl, the pearl of Medley Toastmasters. Wonderful. 2 thoughts. Opening. Such a brilliant speech deserves an anchor. Maybe a story, something less amorphous, something more concrete for me to step on. Then you take me on. Then take me off. Secondly, title. Such a poetic piece deserves a less prosaic word than, what did you say? How to receive joy. It sounded almost like how to change the tire. I'm sure you can say the beauty of burned toast and black coffee. How about that for you? Over to you.
Thank you. Now I would like to ask timer, as all the evaluators are qualified?
Yeah,
okay. So what a wonderful evaluation we had. Most of them by DTM, and it was really wonderful to see. Next I am calling my general evaluation tag role players. First tag role player is timer, to give their timer report. For timer we have Toastmaster Kalyani.
Good evening once again. TM Kalyani took 4 minutes 39 seconds. TM Sisi took 5 minutes and 5 seconds. TM Pearl took 5 minutes and 40 seconds. And for the TT session, TM Sri Jai Anand took 1 minute and 30 seconds. TM Venkatesan took 1 minute and 35 seconds. TM Saji took 1 minute. TM Vijay Raghavan took 1 minute 22 seconds. TM Tamil Vendar took 1 minute and 32 seconds. Guest Pratap took 49 seconds. Guest Vidyasagar took 30 seconds. Guest George took 1 minute 30 seconds. TM Guest Prasanna Lakshmi took 30 seconds. TM Prasannavani took 1 minute and 40 seconds. TM Dharan took 1 minute and 25 seconds. And coming to the evaluators, TM Anuradha took 2 minutes and 18 seconds. DTM Sampath sir took 3 minutes and 11 seconds. DTM Thomas sir took 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Thank you.
So please vote for the best table topic masters. And now I am calling Toastmaster Dharan for our counter review.
So these filler words tend to distract the audience, but in the prepared speech we were all focused and are not distracted. So none of the speakers use any filler words or the other words, but there were few noticeable expressions of filler words during the tabletop, just few. So guess Srijai, Tamilavel and Prasanna Lakshmi, you expressed filler words twice, and Venkateshan, Toastmaster Venkateshan, guest Pratap and guest Vidyasagar just once. Thank you.
Next I am calling Grammarian Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh for his grammatical report.
Good evening all. I'll share a few words, English words used by our speakers, which I like it. Toastmaster Kalyani used perfect imperfections. Toastmaster Sisi used the word embark. Toastmaster Pearl used singing heart out, observability of life. For the table topic session,
I like the idea Toastmaster Venkatesan told, like it's a win-win situation. And Toastmaster Prasanavani used the word exemplary, benevolence. And for the evaluation session, TM Thomas have used the word sparking the gratitude. And apart from that, I would like to, I'm glad that two people have used the word of the day today. It's Toastmaster Anuradha and Toastmaster Hemant. I extol them for using the word of the day. Thank you. So I suggest for further meetings, I suggest all the members to use the word of the day, at least for the Grammarian. Thank you. Thank you, Grammarian. So now I am coming to General Evaluator report. How do you feel? Actually, I should ask all of you this question. Is it great meeting or not?
Great meeting.
And how we have made this great meeting? It's a VUCA word, then also we are making this great. Okay, I will talk about it. First of all, we are on time and we are 2 minutes early, then we should wait. How it is possible? We were late when it was 5 minutes later we were. Then how it is possible that we have made it now that 2 minutes earlier? It is possible because of TMoD and General Evaluator. Thank you for me. Rather than just introducing every member that he is this, he is that, we try to think rather than going for that, why not we give chance to all the members and all the guests who have come this place and have their experience on this stage. That's why we limit ourselves in that part and give you chance more. After that, I am sorry for what I came late, and I should, as a general evaluator, I should not come late. I'm sorry for that. And when I came here, I see everything was arranged, all the things were in place, and meeting was going on. Few things which I have noticed is that water and chair. In back, there were not less chairs, and they should be arranged properly. So if many members can come, then they can have seat at their place. And I think that water should be put in front of us rather than putting that side. It's my evaluation, my thinking, because I thought like, where is water? Today there is no water, or where is water? So we can have in front of our eye that will help all of us. Now coming to, we have this naming problem. This should be resolved somehow, and any guest who is coming here, we should take their name, note it down, and I request Toastmaster Dharan to have their names voted earlier in this evaluation or something. It should be arranged properly. This is just my general evaluation for that. Now coming to things which I believe that it is important for running Medley meeting and how we can improve ourselves. I would like to ask my guests and our guest, why you think that Medley is great, or why you think Medley is better than any other club? Why you want to join this club?
Which guest you are asking?
I am asking any guest.
Answer, guest. Answer. What is your opinion?
I think Medley is really a mix of people from all different walks of life, and I've been here to Medley for so many times. Like it's very interesting. For example, I'm persuaded to do intermittent fasting today. So that's that was really a persuasive speech, and I liked it very much.
That's a wonderful evaluation you have given. But you could listen these things other club also. What is totally different than any other club in the world? This is what I am asking. This is what we want to prove.
So I have not been to any other club, sorry. But I've watched the other clubs meetings on YouTube channel and all that. So, but this is really way better than other clubs.
Okay. One thing which makes us great is we have great people. Great people who are there to serve you. great people who are there to fulfill your objectives, your desires, and your purpose. What is the purpose of? Thank you for that. I extol for you. Our club's mission is to provide supportive and positive learning experience and develop communication and leadership skills. And those great people are there to support in those things. Now, how we do? See, Medley has started a 24/7 initiative where everyone can join themselves and give speech whenever they are thinking. It's time bound, and whenever you feel you can do it. It is complemented with Udemy platform, and it has all AI tools in it. See, you are giving your speech here, but you don't know how many hours and other things you have, means how many repetitions you have done, or what was the speed, pace of your speech. So those things you can do with Udemy platform, which is incorporated with our Medley team or Medley group. Then we provide more evaluation there so that you can become more evaluator and improve your speaking and as well listening skills. You will have more opportunities to connect with people and see how they are doing. Many Toastmaster clubs extol for our initiative that we have gone for 24/7 and we do those things. What is there? See, we conduct our meeting in such a way that first 5 days, Monday to Friday, we are having table topic sessions where one topic is given and anyone can speak on that topic in any day, time of that day. So that's one thing. And you have one objective. Maybe you want to become a fluent speaker. Maybe you want to reduce your R counters, or maybe you want to reduce your repetitions. Maybe you want to reduce your eye contact. But in other clubs, if you see, you have only one day. On Saturday, 2 hours. But there, you have 24 hours, lot of opportunity. If you have your goals, if you have your dreams, then you can achieve it because Medley provides opportunities for that. Now coming to other thing. This is the practice session, and next is contest session, which held on Saturday as we are doing this. So on Saturdays, anyone can give you topic and you have to speak on that. On that, we have to get evaluations. And this is overall what I would like to say, that why you should join Medley as and not being as just guest. Over to you, TMoD.
Thank you, General Evaluator. I hope everybody has voted for the table topic speakers. And also please vote for the best tag player, timer, accounter, and Grammarian. Timer, please do time the end with Toastmaster of the day for 3 minutes. Great. What did we learn? I have 7 points here. 7 points which will culminate into being a leader in the VUCA world. The first thing that I'd like to talk is something that hit me when I started this TMoD session is constancy. Constancy can help us, it has helped me to tide over change. The second thing is the intelligence of Toastmaster Kalyani. Because when she was pinched, it was not the language barrier, but the underlying intelligence that helped her score 180 plus. Intelligence helps us go through the VUCA world. The third thing is slowing down, what Sissy mentioned, the intermittent fasting in this, when we are bombarded with choices, slowing down has helped her get through change. The fourth thing, gratitude with Pearl. Whatever Pearl had shared, having the gratitude for little things, smaller achievements could get us through the VUCA world. The fifth thing is what Dharan mentioned about motivation. There is glory on the other side. Now that when we say that to ourselves every day, and I remember Sissy in her Icebreaker speech, she said positive affirmations. Let's give ourselves the positive affirmations, and that will somehow bring some effect at the end of it. That's what Dharan is a fitness trainer. So we can clearly see where he is coming from. The sixth thing is that we have Socrates among ourselves. Socrates, with a person name starting with Saravanan, he said, know what you don't know. That is true knowledge. So when we know what we don't know, we can get through change by building that what we don't know. The seventh thing is spirituality with Sampath. Sampath talked about being, why VUCA is beauty. There is a lot of asymmetry in nature. Why do we ostracize? Why do we think VUCA being bad? So these 7 points, of course we'll find that in some leadership book. Our CEO has also written. Yes?
It's also on card,
Please do.
It's about how do you perceive the other side, right? You see that the other side is the VUCA word, VUCA word. You see that it's a perfect word outside, it's a perfect word. So how do you perceive yourself is one another thing that you can correct.
Thank you. So I thought 7 being the magical number, but 8 is a magical number too, because what he says is what we mirror what is there in the real world. So if we think it is bad, it is bad. If we think it is good, it is good. So 8 points, I'd like to add it in that the mirror of Dinakaran. So these are the 8 points that as a leader, I would love to look at when I have constancy, intelligence, when I have patience, when I have gratitude, when I have motivation, when I know what I don't know, when I'm spiritual. And the 8th thing is to mirror perception of the real world. And that I leave you out with these 8 points, and I hope it helps you be the leader in the VUCA world. Over to the person who gave me this topic. Please share something of your life. I've had so much difficulty in bringing 8 points. A leader is always alone in the VUCA world. I hope you are alone.
Yeah. So there was this poll by our Vice President Education. I think I was the first one to vote for the theme. And thankfully, when I wrote it, I thought that I wouldn't be selected. My topic will not be selected, but it's a VUCA word. So it's a VUCA word. So finally, it is there. So what a great meeting it is. Meeting number 738. We had wonderful guests, great speakers, more than that, guest role players who took us through a perfect journey on this Saturday evening. Thanks to all of them, and thanks to our area director for doing the installation of the new XCOM. With that, I would like to grab this chair from Toastmaster Kalyani and Anuradha, please.
Incoming president.
So, do you know what is the secret sauce of a Toastmaster's journey? Anybody's guess? I have 2 chairs here. First time. Yes. It is your icebreaker speech within the first month of joining your Toastmaster's journey. That is the brave step that one could take to be a successful Toastmaster. So, I welcome Toastmaster Kalyani and Toastmaster Kaushalya on stage, who had taken that bold step doing the icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Kalyani delivered her speech last week, and Kalyani delivered this week. Toastmaster Kaushalya delivered last week. So it is our tradition to wish them a great success in their journey.
Please smile for the camera.
We're waiting for the photographers. Thank you. So we'll have feedback from some of our guests who are present here. I'd like to invite guest Vijay Sagar. If you could briefly introduce about yourself. How did you come to know about Medley? Give us some more feedback about how the meeting is.
So, I'm Vijay Sagar. So, I work in an IT company. As earlier I mentioned, I'm more fear on public speaking, and I have more stage fear. And I also want to improve my communication skills and go further into leadership. So, I searched in Google how to overcome those things. At that time, I came to know about Toastmaster. Then I more dig about the Toastmaster, and I found Medley. So after that, I reached Mr. Shiva, and then I came.
Great having you here. Can you share feedback in sentences?
So since this is my first session, and even I don't know how Toastmaster will work and what is the objective and core idea of Toastmaster. So today I got to know some points like So the R counters, the grammaticals, so those things and all will improvise ourselves. So those things and all here, so will be more helpful for each and every individuals to improve themselves.
Yeah, thanks for your feedback. We will go with one more guest here. Anthony, please. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi all, I'm Lakshmi. I'm working in a IT company. My husband suggested me to come to Toastmasters. It's a great place to improve our communication, not only our communication, to improve ourselves, to feel better as a mankind. Thank you.
Anybody else would like to give feedback, sir? Would you like to? Fine. So with this, I would declare meeting number 738 closed.
Announcement. Where's the speaker? Where's the speaker?
I think I missed one. Yeah. So we have the best performance awards for today's meeting. We have best speaker, Toastmaster Pearl. Best Evaluator, DTM Thomas. Check my phone and the results. Best TT Speaker, Toastmaster Prasanavani. And best tag role player, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Best role player, Toastmaster Jagan. So, with this, I declare meeting number 738 closed. The sound of this gavel.
With 1 minute to go, congratulations, everybody.
Great.